A very warm evening and a very big welcome to UBC News tonight. It is the second day of February 2021 and I'm Laurine Kazimoto here to bring you this evening's news. Now we start off with our first headlining story. The Independent Electoral Commission of Uganda has confirmed receiving a copy of the election petition from the National Unity Platform presidential candidate Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert, challenging the 14th of January presidential polls outcome. In preparation for their defense, the commission has hired two legal firms in the names Kampala Associated Advocates and Okello Oriem and Advocates.
On Monday 1st February 2021, National Unity Platform presidential candidate and second runners-up in the 14th January presidential polls, Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, petitioned the High Court seeking, among others, the annulment of the polls outcome.
Eno yemuku steps yejimuku mitendera mwetuyise okutebenkeza Uganda.
The accused or the first respondent in Kyagulanyi's case is NRM's presidential candidate and winner of the 14th January presidential polls, Yoweri Tibuhaburwa Kaguta Museveni, the Electoral Commission as second respondent, and the Attorney General as the third respondent.
We have been formally served and our legal department has received the documents relating to this petition and they are handling it. They will be advising the Commission on how to proceed. And the Commission has actually already put up a team that will handle this matter.
Paul Bukenya, who serves as the acting Electoral Commission's spokesperson, tells UBC that so far two law firms, Kampala Associated Advocates and Okello Oriem and Advocates, will join hands with the Commission's legal team for defense.
Our legal team will be supported by two other law firms, Kampala Associated Advocates and Okello Oriem and Advocates, another firm from Kampala. So we have a team that is going to address this matter and it will be guiding the Commission and responding to the matters that are now before court. We cannot discuss more because we've just received and the processes are ongoing.
On the other hand, all is set for Wednesday's 3rd February 2021 division and municipal local government elections.
Electoral, level preparedness is really high, I can say. We already sent out the materials that will be used for this election. We are using the same structure that has helped us to deliver elections for presidential and parliamentary and local government at district level and then the next levels which we did at municipality and city division. So the staff are still in place. The vehicles that we mobilize from government departments are still available to us for use. Our facilitations, the logistics, everything that is related to conduct, the structures in the districts to receive and tally the election results and report are in place.
The Commission, however, reminds all voters on the earlier issued election do's and don'ts by the Ministry of Health.
We are still in a COVID-19 environment and so we will still, the COVID-19 regulations, the guidelines they put in place to prevent the spread of COVID-19 during elections will still apply. And that's the message we are sending out to people who are coming to vote, that don't get out of your house to come to the polling station without your mask. And when you get to the mask, please wash your hands to the polling station. Please wash your hands and at the same time keep the distance.
According to the Commission, there will be voting of chairpersons and directly elected councillors and women councillors at the sub-county level, town and municipal divisions in 2,190 sub-counties in 135 districts. Robert Onyango, UBC News, Kampala.
Now, Uganda has taken delivery of the second Airbus A330-800neo from the European plane manufacturers Airbus. The Prime Minister, Dr. Ruhakana Rugunda, received the aircraft at Entebbe International Airport. Now, the new wide-body aircraft and others received, the other that was received last year has been touted to serve the national carriers' long-haul routes in Asia, Europe, and the Middle East. We have the details.
This A330-800 aircraft, nicknamed Mount Renzori, is the latest addition to Uganda Airlines fleet, which currently boasts of 4 Sierra General jetliners from Mitsubishi and 2 wide-body jets from Airbus. In place to receive it was the Prime Minister Dr. Laurine Kazimoto and other officials from different government institutions. Uganda Airlines says the arrival of the second Airbus A330 will herald the opening up of more routes on top of the 9 regional routes they are currently serving.
We are working steadily to expand our network, and from the 6 countries that we are flying to now and the 9 destinations that we have opened, we are soon looking forward to adding other destinations. I'll mention just a few: Johannesburg, Harare, Khartoum, Addis, Kigali, Lagos, Accra, and with the A330neo, we are looking at connecting Uganda to the Middle East, to Europe, as well as to Asia. Over the past year, we've worked on a number of systems to strengthen the airline, and we are pleased to say we are at the tail end of that program to make Uganda a solid international airline that's connected worldwide.
Works and Transport Minister General Katumba Wamala called upon Ugandans to support the national airline.
Therefore, this aircraft and others in the fleet are national assets, and I want to congratulate all Ugandans on this new acquisition. I call upon all Ugandans to continue supporting this effort and also patronize the airline. Patronize the airline. If you are flying in any destination where Uganda Airlines fly, please let the Uganda Airlines be your first call, unless if it's not there.
His counterpart and Finance Minister Matia Kasaija tasked the airline management to ensure that their operations reap returns on investment.
I know the aviation industry at times is very difficult to make easy money at the beginning, but we must have a strategic plan how we turn this business into a profitable one.
On his part, the Prime Minister Dr. Laurine Kazimoto held the team of professionals at the helm of Uganda Airlines who have overseen its revamp.
Pilots, Ugandan pilots and aircraft engineers played a critical role to give all the necessary technical information about starting of this airline. So really the level of technical personnel in advising political leaders to do right things for the country and for the continent and for humanity is crucial. And this new airline is a living example of what this technical input and the political decisions, policies and way forward can really produce. So I thank the pilots and engineers who are involved in this exercise.
For now, Uganda Airlines has submitted its application for inclusion of the Airbus on its air operator certificate, and this process is being overseen by the regulator, the Uganda Civil Aviation Authority. Samuel Senono, UBC News.
Now, the National Resistance Movement Party has swept all the 5 youth parliamentary slots. The voting, which began last week and ended on Monday, saw NRM winning both male and female positions.
NRM's flag bearer, Okot Henry Boniface, is the new youth member of parliament for the northern region. Okot emerged winner in the race after trouncing 4 others in a landslide victory with 1,280 votes of the total 1,485 votes cast on Monday at Peche War Memorial Stadium in Gulu City. Apart from other regions where voting ended early, in northern region it went up to 10:30 p.m. 5 minutes to 8 a.m. the region's returning officer Hajat Sarah Uchirwa announced Okot as the winner. Joyous Okot was lifted shoulder high by his voters as the NRM flag bearer in the race and alumni of St. Mary's College Chisubi. 28 Okot from Kole district now replaces the outgoing Omonyi Oscar. He pledges to work towards ending cattle rustling in the region and present the challenges young people face on the floor of Parliament.
I'll also do oversight work, budgetary appropriation and approval. This for the young people will do effectively. We shall not relent on what we must do.
The voting attracted delegates from 41 districts in the 4 regions of Lango, Karamoja, West Nile and Acholi. Other candidates in the race were Nopo's Young Boniface, who got 104 votes, Obal Daniel, independent, with 75, while Odere Patrick, FDC, got 03 votes, and Ochaya Calvin of ANT, 10. In Eastern Region, Odoi Bernard Onen polled 967 against his main challenger, Balunywa Alinza Sumaya, with 448 votes. He beat other 5 contestants, 4 of whom are NRM-leaning, who were beaten in the party primaries. The elections attracted 2,200 youth NRM delegates from 41 districts who flocked Mbale Senior Secondary School grounds. Nalonga Gwang Valentine, the presidential assistant for youth affairs, expressed gratitude, saying the victory signifies that the party still holds trust from the youth in the country.
The responsibility here in Mbale today to deliver my flag bearer has obviously turned up successful, meaning we are still in control.
Meanwhile, Odoi Bernard, the MP-elect for youth in Eastern Region, commended his competitors for harmonized competition, urging them to join him work for the betterment of the youth in the region.
Thank all my opponents. They have been amazing young people. They gave me a good push in this race. They have been very interesting candidates.
When Alfred, independent, considered defeat and urged Odoi to unite youth in the region for purposes of improving their lives.
Parliament has appealed to Ugandans to be extra vigilant as government battles the deadly COVID-19 pandemic. The call was made during a special sitting of Parliament to honor fallen legislators who lost the battle to COVID-19. MPs said to now some Ugandans don't believe that COVID-19 exists.
On a special sitting Tuesday morning, Parliament paid tribute to their own, the late Second Deputy Prime Minister Haj Kirunda Kivejinja and Chotera Woman Member of Parliament Robin and Nakasiria Sentongo, who both succumbed to COVID-19 last year. The motion to honor the 2 fallen legislators was moved by the First Deputy Prime Minister General Moses Ali and seconded by the Leader of Opposition in Parliament, Betty Aol Chan.
Haj Kirunda Kivejinja has had a distinguished career spanning over 35 years.
Honorable Sentongo was vocal on issues about Buganda Kingdom and Catholic Church.
Kivejinja died on Monday 19th December 2020 at the age of 85, while Robina Sentongo died on 18th December 2020 at the age of 59. Kivejinja was among the longest-serving ministers in government and was one of the founders of President Museveni's Uganda Patriotic Movement, UPM, that contested the 1980 elections. Legislators held Kivejinja's spirit of national unity, looking beyond the tribe and political affiliation.
Honorable Kirunda Kivejinja was many things in this country. In terms of political tolerance, I have not seen a politician who is as tolerant as the Honorable Kirunda Kivejinja. Veteran Speaker, so many times in my home, he has been the chief guest at my functions, even those that are political. Despite the fact that he's NRM, I am Jema. Veteran Speaker, he has lived a very modest and simple life. Veteran Kivejinja inspired many Muslim families to take their children to school because he was the first Muslim graduate in this country.
Right, Honorable Speaker, you could not place Kirunda Kivejinja. Maybe very few people knew he was a Musoga, but he identified himself with almost all tribes in Uganda. These were proud, strong personality, drivers in the politics of the country, but they are lacking today. Today, people are timid in politics. People don't want to stand out and speak the truth.
On Robin and Nakasiria Sentongo, legislators gave testimonies highlighting her selfless leadership that focused on improving the lives of the poor.
To our own Honorable Robina Sentongo, who was referred as Mama Chitovu, we visited Chotera as a committee, and the people of Chotera are really going to miss Honorable Sentongo Robina. She has done a lot to the community there because we witnessed so many projects which she has left behind.
Madam Speaker, within that week, a group photo was shared where about 5 people in that group photo all perished, and depicting that actually it was in that group photo that the virus spread, because the husband was in that picture, the bishop, that first one, was in that picture, and others.
Bugiri Municipality Member of Parliament Asumani Basalirwa asked government to investigate the circumstances under which the late Kive Jinja was sent off. He says he was wanted.
Honorable Speaker, at that burial, the tents were provided by the Honorable Abdu Katuntu. If the Honorable Abdu Katuntu had not bought tents for his constituency, perhaps we would not have had tents at that function. Number 2, Honorable Speaker, there was no food at the function. It was an embarrassment, it was a disappointment. I hope that the Prime Minister is here. You find the time, brief the President, and perhaps the President meets the family. They have a lot to say about what transpired. Honorable Speaker, it was a very big disappointment. You couldn't believe what we saw at that time. So I don't know whether money was given and somebody swindled it, or government deliberately did not appreciate the contribution of the Honorable Kive Jinja. It couldn't have happened. The Right Honorable Kive Jinja was entirely a state funeral, so it was entirely in the hands of the central government. Given how government works, organizing of logistics could really not be done overnight in such situations, and being a Muslim, he was supposed to be buried the following day. But His Excellency, the President, is arranging a meeting with the family, and thereafter he will call on the family in Boabe.
The 2 foreign legislators are among the 4 succumbed to COVID-19, others being Hajat Rehema Watongola of Kamuli Municipality and that of Palisa District, Faith Alupo, who died at the age of 37.
We would like to appeal to the public, Madam Speaker, to take seriously the messages that have been put out there to prevent the spread of this virus.
Bernard Higa, Parliament.
There in the public, you find people seated on the border, 3-4 people, no masks.
And may their souls continue to rest in peace. Well, UBC News at 8 takes a very short break, but we'll return with more stories. Don't move an inch.
Stay connected to the largest 4G network in Uganda, anytime, anywhere, using the Airtel 4G Pocket MiFi, available at only 123,000 Uganda shillings. This comes with 15 GB free, valid for a month. You can connect up to 10 users at a go and still enjoy a shared yet unmatched internet experience. Dial *175*9# to activate free 15 GB. Visit the nearest Airtel shop to get one today. Airtel, the smartphone network. Airtel is regulated by the Uganda Communications Commission.
The day the world stopped was the day we found where to go. From now on, we're not going to leave anything on our plates, because we've learned to savor the moments that were always there, and they never tasted this good.
It's no secret that ICT makes learning easy.
The strides made in our field could not be possible without it.
And now we can watch our favorite shows.
My radio is my best friend.
UCC provides an enabling regulatory environment and policy guidance for healthy competition. We also facilitate ease of doing business in the communications sector through licensing, standardization, spectrum management, tariff regulation, rural communication development, and consumer empowerment. An informed consumer is an empowered consumer. UCC supports local content and innovations. Driving the development of a robust communication sector in Uganda is Uganda Communications Commission.
Your safety while using electricity starts with having a certified technician to wire your premises. Do not use Camille.
Pocket. Chisaka, now that the wiring is complete, how do I get power?
No, I'll get you power in my own way. And you don't even have to worry about the bills. I'll bring them myself. Is your neighbor there?
She went to work.
Does she have power?
Yes, she has.
If your neighbor has the power, you have the power. Desist from illegal connections because they are not only dangerous, but could lead to prosecution and death.
Chisaka, what is this? Oh my God, I'm from Umeme.
I did not say Umeme. I am from Umeme. At Umeme, your safety is our top priority. Report illegal practices to Umeme when you detect them. Download the Umeme app for other services. Stay alert, stay safe, save lives. Umeme, powering Uganda.
School doesn't tolerate violence against children.
Because a good school equals a better life.
Raising voices.
Yellow, how are you? Tell me, how do you do? We're here to show some appreciation for the things you do. Sent you for today, and they sent you for tomorrow. Sent you for every time and everywhere you go. We love you so, and we enjoy life with you. We are happy, happy, happy to know that we will go with you. That's why we say thank you, thank you, thank you, yeah. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you for choosing MTN. Use MTN mobile money, bundles or other services to get Thank You points. The more you use, the more Thank You points you get. We look forward to many more years together. Thank you.
Welcome back from the break, and we're glad that you're still watching UBC television. Now into our business news this evening. Government is committed to investment significant resources in improving the road infrastructure in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Now, according to Amelia Chambade, the Trade and Industry Minister, the initiative will spur trade between the two countries and in turn generate substantial revenue in the long term.
Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, is a highly lucrative destination if government invested further in it, says Amelia Chambade, Minister for Trade.
But for us, it's for us to try and look for opportunities in the regional markets, African Continental Free Trade Area, COMESA. So this one was an advantage because we are all members of COMESA. We are all members of African Continental Free Trade Area. And we could see there was a lot of potential, so we felt that it was important that we develop it further.
Government has already developed some road infrastructure linking up the two countries to various borders, including Pondwe and Bunagana. Improvement of infrastructure in the DRC is expected to boost trade and generate substantial revenue to Uganda's economy.
At least DRC, you can see, was much better off than trade with the other countries. Rwanda, of course, there was a big drop. Kenya also, there were challenges because of the testing at the border, the delays. But now the trade flow has regained. And you can see we are regaining.
Total exports to the DRC have increased from $399 million in 2016 to $579 million in 2019. In the last decade, exports to the Democratic Republic of Congo have been growing at an average annual rate of 13%. However, on average, 57% of the exports are informal. Charlotte Amuge for UBC News.
Double data. Airtel introduces double data, the biggest deal ever on smartphones in Uganda. Buy a smartphone, 3G or 4G, and get 100% data bonus from Airtel. Airtel is giving you 100% bonus data on all weekly and monthly bundles for every new smartphone connected to Airtel for the first 3 months. Dial *175*9# to enjoy double data. Double data, double data. Oh, binovie biruma baya ye. Airtel, the smartphone network, regulated by Uganda Communications Commission.
The day the world stopped was the day we found where to go. From now on, we are not going to leave anything on our plates, because we've learned to savor the moments that were always there, and they never tasted this good.
Right now in our sports news this evening, the national under-20 football team, the Hippos, has held its last training session ahead of their first encounter against Tanzania in a mini tournament that will be played at Chamanzi Stadium. Olivier Kwaso, Hippos tactician, asserts that focus was put on attack, a move that will help the team score goals against their opponents.
Finished our last training. We've been trying to sort out the problems we could see tomorrow. I think we've worked well on attacking. We want to know how good we will be in order to score goals. We wanted to see how dangerous it shall be when we want to look for the goals. We need to be like hunters. We need to know our objective, which we want when we lost the ball, and that will be pressing. We need to press a lot to see that the ball does not.
All right, thank you so much for keeping me company this time, but also join me at 10 o'clock for our 10 o'clock bulletin, UBC News Tonight. I leave you in the fine hands of Semper Alex K, who brings us our weather, brought to you by Umeme. I'm Laurine Kazimoto. See you then.
Brought to you by
At Umeme, your safety is our top priority. Report illegal practices to Umeme when you detect them. Download the Umeme app for other services. Stay alert, stay safe, save lives. Umeme, powering Uganda.
You're welcome. Here is the weather forecast from the Weather Center, only here on UBC TV with Semper Alex Kim. We have been dealing with sunny conditions across the country today. And this kind of weather is mainly influenced by intensifying southerly winds that are coming in, pushing the rain belt to the north, affecting some areas of our country. That is why there is a pickup in cloudy conditions, as well as we do expect temperatures to pick up in the night. Well, tomorrow morning we do expect sunny intervals across most parts of the country, but for areas along the Lake Victoria Basin, we do expect some thundering showers. In the afternoon, we do expect a continuation of some light isolated showers across the eastern, as well as across the Lake Victoria Basin, as well as parts of Mubende. This will affect temperatures to range between 33 degrees Celsius and to 26 degrees Celsius. That will be across the country. And elsewhere, across the globe, we are forecasting for Dubai as well as Hong Kong, bright and sunny conditions, with Dubai at 25 degrees Celsius as a maximum. But London is expected to have some light isolated showers at a daytime high of only 9 degrees centigrade. That concludes it. Stay tuned to UBC TV.
Brought to you by
At Umeme, your safety is our top priority. Report illegal practices to Umeme when you detect them. Download the Umeme app for other services. Stay alert, stay safe, save lives. Umeme, powering Uganda.
Fellow Ugandans, I am Major General Henry Masco, the Chief Political Commissioner